Hi everyone, we are here today with Friedrich Stuhrmann, COO of Hamburg Port Authority. Hi Friedrich, thank you for joining
Hi.
us.
Hi, Matteo.
Friedrich, we just heard you speaking at a panel that was really interesting, and we just wanted to maybe dive a little bit more into what was discussed. But maybe it would be best to start by actually sharing with the audience what your main responsibilities as COO of Hamburg Port Authorities are. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. So the Hamburg Port Authority is a port authority which owns the port, the land, the infrastructure. So it's a landlord model in Hamburg. So, and as a managing director and chief commercial officer, I take care about all the lease operations. And of course, we take care about the waterway operations, getting the vessels into the port as smooth as possible, having the right mix of companies within the port. And of course, taking a lot of care about the hinterland connectivity of Hamburg to the real customers of the port, to the industry, to the customers, to the forwarders, and to have an excellent connection to not only Germany, but also especially to Eastern and Central Europe.
Okay, great. No, that's very interesting. And well, this also takes us into what was discussed during your session, which was about how port authorities can diversify the services they offer to their customers. What would you say were the main takeaways for you from this panel?
Well, the main takeaway, number one, is that the port authorities, they have more or less the same challenges and same topics. So if it is Hamburg or if it's Antwerp or is it, well, it's so hard, somehow different because you have a special situation over there. But in Europe, you have the same topics, right? So you need to, as a port authority, you cannot solve all the problems by your own. So you need to partnership and you need to team up. You need to facilitate and to build up a room of trust to collaborate. So that's, I think, in all the port authorities, the same challenge. And sometimes you also need to bring initiatives forward to drive change in the ports, because we really see a huge change and transformation in terms of cargo, about automation, about sustainability, about digitalization. So there's a lot of in front of us we all have to take care of.
Yeah, absolutely. Clearly, there are a lot of like verticals that that you guys need to cover. And you've just touched upon sustainability, and during your panel, you've mentioned that a new terminal working with ammonia is in development. Do we foresee Hamburg Port Authority or Hamburg in general as a city and as a port becoming a hub for green energy in the future?
Definitely, yes. We believe that Hamburg will be a sustainable energy hub. So there will be a transformation of the refinery and tank terminal spaces within Hamburg to a renewable hub, where will be import, as Germany will need energy for sure in the future, import of methanol, ammonia, liquid hydrogen, whatever will be the future. It will be imported via Hamburg, because Hamburg builds now a hydrogen backbone network within the port, which will be connected to the German backbone and the European backbone. We have the industry, so the takeover in Hamburg, and we have an excellent connectivity by rail, which is especially important if you need to bring the energy to the big industry zones within Central Europe. So we truly believe that we will be essential to enable the so-called German Energiewende. So the energy transition without a port of Hamburg is in Germany not possible.
Of course, everything needs to go in and out through the port of Hamburg and to go from the sea to the hinterland. So I think that takes us to another question that, there were a lot of ports and operators in the panel, and you've talked about collaboration. Do we think that port-to-port collaboration from different port authorities, different ports in different areas of the world, how can this collaboration enhance supply chain resilience, especially in today's world?
Between port authorities?
Yeah.
Well, we collaborate with port authorities in special, many ways. So there's the IAPH, there's the ESPO, and there are many working groups. So we think we need to also find standards for various challenges. For example, Port of Hamburg collaborate very closely with Los Angeles, Long Beach, for setting up a standard for onshore power supply and to invest into that infrastructure. So we need to find a standard solution for many things because our customers are the same and they expect from us not this different solution in every port.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential of bringing more resilience and better commercial product to our customers.
Okay, and that's a very interesting approach because obviously with resilience, you guys can attract more business and keep the industry going. Well, I think this has been very interesting, and I look forward to learning more about what the Port of Hamburg is planning, new future projects, new developments. So Friedrich, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Matteo. It was a pleasure as well.
Thanks.